Hi, I'm Jack Wilkerson, and this summer I've been working with the White Oak Initiative as well as the University of Tennessee and other partnerships to help with the long-term sustainability of white oak within our forests.
Of the upland hardwood species, none may have as much overall value as white oak, Quercus alba. As a significant hard mass producer, this species of tree is essential in providing food and habitat to a plethora of wildlife. In addition to its value to wildlife, white oak is also one of the most commercially important species of timber oak in the southeastern United States. An incredibly durable and heavy wood, white oak has a significant variety of uses from veneer to barrel staves.
Unfortunately, we have been placed in a challenging situation. Data from FIA, Forest Inventory and Analysis, shows that due to a variety of factors, including, but not limited to, lack of active forest management, widespread invasive species diseases, changing climate, marginalization and fragmentation of forest land, as well as lack of recognition of long-term threats to oak forests, the health and abundance of our upland oak forest is declining at a significant rate. In order to keep this tree from disappearing from our forest ecosystems, we have placed an emphasis on the collection of viable acorns for distribution to the Tennessee nursery to be used for reforestation purposes. This video was developed to help with the identification of oak species while collecting acorns. The important first step in the revitalization and protection of white oak in our forests is proper identification. And because we are focusing on white oak acorn collections specifically, a distinction needs to be made between members of the white oak family compared to members of the red oak family. So for simplicity's sake, I have divided common native oaks into two categories, white and red. In regards to leaf characteristics, red oaks are going to have more jagged lobes on leaves, as well as sharper angles and needle or bristle tips on certain species, whereas your white oak will have more rounded or blunt tips on their leaves. Regarding bark, red oaks often have significantly darker and tighter bark, whereas white oak possess a flakier, peeling white bark. Regarding acorns, white oak acorns are skinnier and elliptical, whereas red oak acorns are generally smaller, broader, and fatter. There may be slight confusion during collection between the acorns of white oak and northern red oak, as well as maybe Shumard oak and Nuttall oak. But remember that white oak acorns are going to be more oblong, considerably longer, and your red oak acorns are going to be shorter and possess more girth. Another way to differentiate between the acorns of these oak species is by the cap. In white oak, the acorn cap is going to be more warty, blocky, and hairy. And this cap is going to cover anywhere from a fourth to a third of the nut. In comparison with red oak, the acorn cap covers only the base of the nut and does not have the presence of this hair. Tree identification can be a tricky task and requires lots of patience and practice. Because of this, one of the best things you can do for yourself is to get a copy of the All-Season Pocket Guide to Identifying Common Tennessee Trees. This is available through UT Extension on their website and in print form. Here we have white oak, or Quercus alba, and these trees have rounded lobes and sinuses on their leaves, with a bark pattern that starts as blocky and platy near the bottom of the tree, and then transitions to a flakier bark that appears to peel off the tree as you go higher up the tree. In addition, these trees possess an elliptical acorn that is about an inch long, and they are adapted to most sites that do not flood and are found throughout the entirety of the southeast. Due to the nature of the acorns we are working with, special care must be taken to ensure that samples collected are both mature and of the highest quality possible. Collection of mature acorns taken directly from limbs will produce the highest quality seeds. However, most acorns are collected from the ground after they have already fallen off the tree due to logistical reasons. Fortunately, there are several indicators that one can use in order to properly identify a viable and mature white oak acorn, including pericarp color, which is the outside layer of an acorn, which is going to be a variation from a dark color to a yellow or yellowish green in white oak. One can also test for maturity and viability of acorns by investigating the color of the cup scar of the acorn, which is the small circular area that becomes visible once the cap of the acorn is removed. And in viable acorns, you're going to be looking for a lighter color that sticks out somewhat. Another indicator that can be utilized in order to test for maturity within acorns is the color of the cotyledon, which can be measured by taking a cut through half of the acorn and then analyzing the color that is resulting. In white oak, this color is going to be anywhere from a yellowish cream to a whitish cream. Another maturity indicator is ease of separation of acorn cap from the acorn. And if the cap of the acorn is easily removed, it is a sign of maturity. If collecting from logging slash, it is generally a good idea to stop collection when you notice fully dried out leaves. While acorn collection is exciting, and many of you are probably ready to get out there and collect acorns as soon as possible, it's important to remember that the first 5 to 10% of acorns dropped by trees are generally acorns that are aborted by the tree for various reasons such as diseases or pests. Because of this, we ask that you follow the directions of the Tennessee nursery and do not begin acorn collection until the 15th of October. The Tennessee nursery will be accepting acorns beginning October 15th and running until November 15th. And it's very important to remember not to collect acorns before or after this deadline. For more questions about acorn collection, or any questions regarding shipping or delivery logistics of acorns to the Tennessee nursery, feel free to contact them at 1-877-868-7337 or on their website. Because of the nature of these acorns, quality and viability can often be lost between collection and storage. Therefore, special care should be taken to prevent both excessive drying of the acorns while also avoiding exposing them to excessively high temperatures. 4mm plastic bags or thinner are good at reducing moisture loss, but should be kept in the shade during transportation. Places that would be good to store these acorns would be refrigerators, basements, cellars, and any other cool place. Finally, acorns should be taken or shipped to the T&M nursery within 3 days after collection, if possible. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope you have learned something, and I hope you can go out now and confidently identify white oak species and acorns, and help with the collection of as many viable acorns as possible this season.